The Gamescom showroom floor just opened up to the general public today, and that's led to us now knowing that we're getting Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero, and Mortal Kombat Special Forces is part of the Legacy Collection. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Dynasty, and I woke up to this, and it's just been taking the entire community by storm to the point where apparently I'm hearing that this was an oopsie, and this wasn't meant to be revealed yet, because you guys do know tomorrow is the actual Xbox showcase where the Legacy Collection is going to actually have some type of something in some capacity. We don't know if it's going to be a panel, a 30-second trailer, a 5-minute breakdown of what to expect with these newly revealed games, but nonetheless, so the showroom floor in Cologne, Germany at Gamescom has been open for a few hours now. And initially, we only had a few images of the actual Atari booth. Then shortly after that, this 14-second video emerged. You can see here we have a TV with all the other previously confirmed Mortal Kombat games in the Legacy Collection. However, on the bottom, we have not one but two games to be revealed, which obviously coincide with what the head at Digital Eclipse has been saying. You know, Stephen Frost, how sometimes surprises can have surprises. We just talked about this yesterday. I was saying how maybe this means, though we have two events, you know, Gamescom, PAX West left in the Combat Tour 2025, that doesn't necessarily mean just two games. Maybe these two reveals have several games, and sure enough, that's what happened today. I'm going to play this one time in all of its glory so you can see. Boom, there you go. Mythologies Sub-Zero, Mortal Kombat Special Forces. We also get a look at the game library UI. They also showcase a bit of the timelines, which is like the history of Mortal Kombat. And that's pretty much the big takeaway from this morning at Gamescom. Now again, obviously, things are always subject to change, but when you're seeing it on a TV at Gamescom, I think this is foolproof. So there you go. You're getting Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero, and you're also getting Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Now, initially, I want to say MK Dan, I believe is his name, on X shared this, and then deleted it. Apparently, the word on the street is that Digital Eclipse did not mean for this to get out, and they're kind of upset that it did. This is being reported by not even just ya boy, but I'm already seeing articles from you name it. I'll do a quick search by the end of this video to show you that this is out there, and no matter what we did, this is going to spread like wildfire, because this is a big deal for us Mortal Kombat fans. We've been wanting these two PS1 spin-off games. I know they suck, in particular Special Forces, but I mean, if you're going to preserve the legacy of Mortal Kombat, you needed to have these games as part of the collection, and thankfully, they're in the collection. And again, what I think is also worth noting is you can see here on this game library, initially, it was pointed out that apparently this could have been the PlayStation 1 version of Mortal Kombat 2 that was only released in Japan, because it kind of looks like it. It has like a white spine right here. But if you look closely, it says here 1994, and that version in Japan actually came out in 1996. So, I think this is actually the Game Boy, but maybe it's not. Maybe it is the PS1 MK2 that was only in Japan. That's honestly a really cool get if it is, but I don't think it is, because from like the timeline aspect, it just honestly makes no sense. But I really like the UI. You can also see here it has all arcade, console, handheld, and then again, we get a look at the timelines feature. We have a whole timeline at the very top. And I think it's kind of funny because you can see some of the games that kind of paved the way before Mortal Kombat. You have Narc. You have Video Games Get Real. You even have Pit Fighter, Atari's first fighting game, Pit Fighter. You even get High Impact Football. So they're giving you the full history of, I guess, Midway making their way to the Mortal Kombat franchise. There's a John Tobias tab as well. Just as Ed Boon was making the jump from pinball to video, a new team member was joining Midway from Chicago, street to art, student to comic book, freelancer John Tobias. Something wealth of diverse art skills with, I can't even make that out, it's so compressed. So yeah, man, this is the big takeaway from today. Now, obviously, again, my bad, Digital Eclipse, if this was not meant to get out there, but when you have people walking the showroom floor, I don't know what you were expecting. Personally, if I wanted to keep this completely away from being leaked, you know, the best thing you could have done was probably not connect the TV, or maybe have the other trailers on loop and not even have a way for this to get out there. It is what it is. I still think that this is hype. I was expecting this. Again, in my video from 2 days ago yesterday, I mentioned, like, once the showroom floor opened, I was expecting something like this to go down because, if I'm not mistaken, something similar actually happened at EVO with Trilogy. Trilogy got leaked on the showroom floor, I'm pretty sure, before the actual panel took place, so I think this was just par for the course, but apparently they're really mad that this got out there, so sorry? You know what I mean? It kind of is what it is. But there you go. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's stream. Hopefully get some more details about what else is in store for us. But at this point in time, those are the 2 new reveals, Sub-Zero Mythologies and Special Forces. Some people think that that means that this is probably the final 2 games in the Legacy Collection. I don't think so, because again, previously when talking to Digital Eclipse, they've said, hey, well, I guess they haven't said, but they've implied, like, well, how many more reveals do we have left on the Combat Tour dates? So I still think you're gonna get something at PAX West. I'm crossing my fingers for Gold or the PlayStation version of Mortal Kombat 4. But right now, from what I'm seeing, guys, this looks really cool. I love how I could actually see, like, the Quan Chi art, the arcade art, the whole cabinet when going through the game library. But if you just go frame by frame, I don't think there's anything else of note that we really haven't touched base on. Again, maybe that is the MK2 Japan PS1 version with the white spine right here. But again, the time on the bottom just doesn't coincide with what we got. So there you go. Again, this is being reported everywhere. Shout out to Muggsy for sharing that with me. We'll see if that actually is a secret 3rd game. Initially I was convinced, but now that Inner Loco actually was the one that pointed out, like, the dates don't line up right, so I don't think it is. But maybe it is. So maybe you got 3 games. I don't think you did. I think you got 2 initially. I thought it was 3, but now I think it's just actually the spin-off games, Mythologies, Sub-Zero, and Special Forces, which at this point in time is a big get. We were so, you know, convinced that it wouldn't be revealed because, well, it's at an expo. You really can't be playing Mythologies, Sub-Zero, and Special Forces there, right? You gotta have something like MK4 or Trilogy, you know, something you can play with your friends, not a single-player experience, but no! Surprises have surprises, and today I woke up to this news, and again, it's been taking the entire internet by storm. Yeah, shout out to MK Dan. I'm pretty sure he's the one that actually leaked that video, if you even want to say leak. How is it a leak if people were walking the showroom floor? Like, that should be expected, right? That's what I just can't wrap my head around. But initially, this was on display. Just these 2 question marks. Right here. Arrived at the Gamescom. Here's a few pictures from the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Yeah, man. The booth looks a lot better than the San Diego Comic-Con booth, that's for sure. But for some reason, apparently the TV was not supposed to be on a loop like that. I guess it was just supposed to be a still image like this, but somebody got caught slipping. And obviously us Mortal Kombat fans see that and we're like, oh, let's share it with the community. Let's take it to X, to Twitter, and then we spread it, because why wouldn't we? We're excited. We've been drip-fed all this information, slowly having to wait and see what games are in this Legacy Collection while they're still taking pre-orders and all our money. I thought this was pretty damn fair. How was I supposed to know that we weren't supposed to see that when it's a video being played at Gamescom? So, MK Dan, shout out to you for actually keeping us in the loop and sharing this. I just think the whole situation's funny. Like, once it's out, you can't stop it from getting out. You really can't. Especially when the likes of, like, Wario64 are sharing it. I mean, let's do a quick deep dive. Wario shared this 2 hours ago. It's at 142k views. I shared this, I'm at 31k. So Little Old Dynasty got like a fourth of what Wario did. And if Wario shared this, like I said, this is being shared on a bunch of websites currently as I'm looking into the camera and speaking. So, Digital Eclipse, I'm sorry that whoever was there took a photo and video of the TV that was on display for the people on the showroom floor. I'm sure they were under the assumption this is public information, because again, why else is this being showcased if we're not supposed to share it? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But there you go. Mortal Kombat Mythologies, Sub-Zero, and Special Forces are joining the Legacy Collection, and I'm excited. We have one more date left. Few more weeks, we have PAX West, and I'm really hoping we get at least gold, or again, that PS1 version, Mortal Kombat 4, but time will tell. But guys, that's all I got for y'all today. What do you think of us getting these spin-off games confirmed? Officially, but apparently not officially, even though it's being played at the damn booth in Germany. Let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below, and appreciate everybody who's defending me for discussing this and sharing this online, because again, you know, I think for the most part, like, yeah, you have people who are complaining and being like, oh my god, those games suck, they're horrible. But for the most part, people are like pretty positive in regards to the whole leaking situation. I mean, they agree with me. Most of you guys agree with me. Like, how were we supposed to know we weren't supposed to get this video and it's on display at the fucking booth? Like, it's already out. What do you want us to do? Just like Man in Black fucking use the little brain wipe thing and just forget about all this? I mean, I guess, if it existed, but it doesn't, Digital Eclipse, but you're more than welcome to come and hit me with the flash thing from Man in Black if you want, so I can forget. Let me know if you want to come over and do that, but yeah, dude, I'm just excited that we actually got to see the UI and stuff. And by the way, I guess I should probably point this out because people keep asking me about it. So, yes, I understand this says Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, but this is for the Game Boy. This is the Game Boy port. This is not the standalone Deadly Alliance. So a lot of people are seeing this and they're like, holy shit, we're getting Deadly Alliance! And I gotta stop them and be like, no! We had several Game Boy Advance ports of Deadly Alliance and stuff like that. So yeah, it's the Game Boy version. It's not the PlayStation 2 or the OG Xbox version. It's not. Just kind of want to clarify that before I go, because I'm seeing a lot of discussion. A lot of you guys think that we're getting some of these 3D era games, and we're not. They're saving that for a potential second collection or DLC in the future. Now, I'm wondering if this causes Digital Eclipse to drop a trailer later today in a couple hours. I think at this point, they might as well. It doesn't really take away because, again, we're already sharing this and talking about this. The news is already out there. They might as well just give us the official HD trailer, you know what I mean? Like, waiting another day at this point seems kind of useless. The panel is still useful because they get to talk about what it took to get these games in the collection. So, I think it's the best of both worlds. It wouldn't be a Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection if we didn't keep getting these leaks. It's kind of just like par for the course, at least in my experience covering Mortal Kombat for like 14 years on YouTube. But again, that's all I got for y'all today. Excited to share with you guys this news. Sub-Zero Mythologies, Special Forces coming in the Legacy Collection. Again, if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe for some more MK content like this, and let me show you how many articles are already being written about this. Well, would you look at that? Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection reveals MK Mythology, Special Forces, Instant Gaming News, Nintendo Live talking about it, Game Rant talking about it, Final Weapon talking about it. I'm sure Event Hubs is also talking about it. So, Bollywood News talking about it. Yeah, it's out there. Wario's talking about it. It's Mortal Kombat. These leaks happen. But guys, I love you. Thank you for watching. And again, what do you think of these two games being revealed? What's the final game you want to see added in the collection? Let me know. I love you. See you in the next video. Peace.
Living on a crack, but I'm not superstitious. Count all these racks,